under pressure now?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Ready for a little chat?
Yes.
Scene one, take one.
Hey, dear folks. I'm Charlie. I'm the host of the Manitowoc Minute. Okay, welcome to the Manitowoc Minute. Let's get these headlines done real quick ones. Muskie bites woman on Minnesota lake. Holy Christ. Dad's revenge for hanging his brother Jerry on the wall. Keep her moving. The Manitowoc Minute is a weekly news show where I discuss the most important issues of the day. You don't want to miss this news. It's all the news you don't need in one place. That's the Manitowoc Minute. Keep her moving. And as always, go Packers. And
All right, well, normally at the very beginning, I ask interviewees for their job title, and I'm genuinely curious as to what your resume looks like these days. What do you call yourself?
It says guy.
Guy.
You know, that's it. No, resume, I think a writer, comedian, guy, dude, man.
Okay, fried or fresh cheese curds? I'm really gonna judge you on this one and the next question,
I love fresh cheese curds. I do. Listen,
Okay.
I like the squeaking. I'm
is
not
good.
saying I won't eat them deep fried. Sorry, heart, but I just like them squeaking.
Rodgers or Favre?
To Rodgers. I'm saying to Rodgers because I still remember the day Favre went to the Vikings, and it's like
It hurts.
it's like watching your high school girlfriend go off and marry a horse.
So is it true that you're one of 12? Is
Yeah,
that right?
one of 12.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Andy, Charlie, Billy, Betsy, Maggie, Mary Kate, John, Emily, Nora, Bridget, Ellie. We actually have two Marys technically. There's Mary Kate and Mary Ellen. So that is how Catholic we are.
I had a lot of people ask me when I reached out on Twitter, Facebook, and all that. You know, I asked, what do people want to know? And a lot of them said, is he from Wisconsin?
Yeah. Oh, definitely from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah, born and raised in the Milwaukee area, and then went to school at University of Wisconsin-Madison. Yeah, Wisconsin through and through.
You go to UW, as you said. You're a journalism major?
Yep, journalism and geography. Junior year, I accepted a job from MTV. MTV selected me to be the representative for Wisconsin for their Choose or Lose campaign. So they had a rep in each state to cover their state for the election that year. This was me getting the reps in, building my skills, learning how to edit, learning how to shoot, learning how to report accurately and fairly and all that sort of stuff. And then that got me, kind of hooked on this sort of new wave of citizen journalism, reporting on Twitter and all that sort of stuff.
You started out in hard news. You don't hear, at least I'm not aware of a lot of comedians in that realm.
Yeah.
Where was kind of the bridge from doing this hard-hitting journalism to doing this kind of fun series?
I think it has always been part of my news experience. I got into news at a time when YouTube was emerging, so my first job in news was a YouTube news channel called 1 Minute News.
Okay.
We started doing more traditional news, but then realized that in order to get people to pay attention, you've got to add something else to it, so we decided to make ours a little bit more comedic.
What exactly were you kind of setting out to prove, if anything, when you've made that first video, Manitowoc Minute?
Well, I was doing stand-up in Los Angeles, and I was doing a show, I remember, at the Comedy Store, and it was a particularly good show, and my buddy was there, and he was like, that was hilarious. People loved that character. You should do a video off that. And I just filmed it, and I wasn't expecting much. 7% of US adults say chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Come on now. You gotta be kidding me here, guy. And a lot of it was accidental, in that first episode, like the double screen, oh my gosh. That's only there because I accidentally moved it in the edit, and then I was like, oh, that's so dumb. But yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I doubled it up.
Okay.
And then the keep her moving. I mean, a lot of those things just sort of riff that initial episode.
Okay.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of money for something with a hole in it. Okay, keep her moving. Keep her moving. Okay, I'll keep her moving. I released it and it did really well. And then I was like, well, I gotta release another one. And here we are today.
Does your wife or people close to you, do they get sick of hearing this accent?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you get sick of it?
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
No?
No
Never?
way.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah. No, I say it's like the voice in my head because I grew up, you know, with my brothers. We would go on fishing trips up north and we'd always slip into that accent because my grandpa had a really thick accent,
Yeah.
you know, and so
All the
we
best
would.
ones do.
Yeah, right.
So, at what point did this go from a fun hobby to what appears to be a profitable career? Like, was there a moment where you said, I think I can make money doing this?
You know, by the second one, I had people reaching out, asking if they could sponsor it. I knew right away that I was kind of on to something. And for me, it's never been really about, it's never been about the money, no.
Sure.
But it was never about the money.
I mean, you have your own beer now, and I see you affiliated with all kinds of brands. Do you like that side of it?
I mean, it's really cool to like do the beer, the Keep Moving beer with Ale Asylum. I mean, how much cooler does it get for that? And I think that the character really would want the character wants his beer, you know. So
yeah.
it's really cool that it's made kind of sense in that way.
Yeah. What doors have opened for you?
I think doing. Oh no. Uh-oh. Hang on. Gonna show some nip here. Hold on. Hashtag free the nipple. All right.
I kind of try to find humor in the irony that in my case, I thought I was going to move to LA or New York and make it big on TV, like, you know, everyone thinks they can. And I ended up finding success in my home state, the one place I thought I would like pack up and move from. Have you found any irony in the fact that the biggest success you've seen so far in your career was kind of provided by your home state?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's ironic that the thing that I had in me all along was the thing that would eventually get me the success I was looking for in like Los Angeles or New York or wherever. In comedy, you talk about what you know, and what I know is where I'm from. And so it makes complete sense that, you know, providing a platform for that would be the thing that
Right.
hits a little bit.
I was watching the commencement speech you gave at UW-Madison's J School, and in it you said this has been one of the greatest joys of your life.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way
Oh,
still?
absolutely, yeah. Because you, as a comedian, you try for years, and in my case, I did years and years of just trying to get content to reach people and connect in a way. And when you can connect with somebody in a way that makes them like wanna like come out and see you live, and then you have, in some cases, 2,000 people in an audience like laughing at your jokes. There's like no greater thrill than that. There's no greater rush than that. And it's just nice to be a way to connect people. Providing that vehicle has just been like humbling, and it really has been the joy of my life, you know.
How has the state of Wisconsin impacted you?
The state of Wisconsin has impacted me in a way that, like, you know, that I can't even begin to really describe. I mean, everything from my first job out in Los Angeles, the guy who hired me was from Wisconsin. You know, when you are out in New York or LA and you tell people you're from Wisconsin, they have like sort of an idea that, okay, you are gonna work hard, you're gonna be reliable. That's the MO that you have out in those places. The forward is the state slogan, and I mean, that's kind of where like Keep Her Moving comes from a little bit, but it's like, if something gets you down, you keep her moving. Even if things get bad or whatever, you have this idea that it's gonna be okay as long as you keep her moving. Pleasure to meet all you guys. Good meeting you. Hey, dear folks, you check out Discover Wisconsin, okay? Check it out real quick once, and maybe twice, okay? Because, you know, life's short, give her a go, okay? Keep her moving.